What's the worst way to break up with someone? 27 years or so ago, my ex-wife made love to me, then right after, while still lying in bed together in the afterglow, she took off her ring and gave it to me and said she wanted a divorce. I couldn't believe she had done it that way, although I was ready for it to be over. She said she thought it would be the nicest way to do it. I thought it was pretty ruthless. Whatever. Hey. My college roommate spent an entire weekend with his girlfriend from another state knowing he was going to break up with her. When he took her to drop off at the train station on Sunday, he waited until she was leaning in with the car door open to kiss him goodbye. Broke the news instead of kissing her, didn't even unbuckle and get out. She stood there stunned with bags on the curb, and he closed the door and drove off. I thought that was pretty shitty. Christmas Eve, my ex got all of her gifts because we wouldn't see each other the next day because she would be busy. Turns out she had been cheating on me with another guy and she just wanted to get her gifts. After packing everything, she says, "Oh yeah, we are done, I'm seeing someone else," and left. We were together for several years and engaged at that point, but at least I got the ring back. Edit. Thanks for silver. I didn't know my worst moment would turn out to be my best on Reddit XD, and this was 2011. I moved on and married my middle school crush. We have been together for 6 years now. My boyfriend broke up with me by texting me asking how my day was. I said fine, how was yours? He responded with great, had a fantastic day with my girlfriend. I was at work all day. We had been together for 4 years, and been living together for 2. He had been cheating on me, and decided to leave me for his mistress. Good times. When you're a politician and your wife gets cancer, tell your campaign finance manager, she's not young enough or pretty enough to be the wife of the president. And besides, she has cancer. Then you file for divorce while she's in the hospital. You later file for divorce from your second wife after she's diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. When you thought you were together, but you found out you in fact were not. Just happened. Her kids love me, and don't know why I'm leaving. Because me and her don't see eye to eye on what we are. I didn't really have much feeling about leaving, as she didn't think of us as in a relationship, but then I took her 8-year-old son to go disc golf with me one last time, and he expressed his feelings for me, and how he has enjoyed going to swim at the lake, playground, and overall spending time with him, then started talking about how he likes that I treat his mom nice, and misses having a dad figure. I didn't want to cry until he talked to me about his feelings of me being around, but I didn't cry in front of him. Edit. She has 3 kids, 6, 8, and 10. The 10-year-old is a computer gamer at heart, and I build computers since it's cheaper, so me and him joke all the time. Edit 2, to answer some of the replies. I'm more spiritual, and open-minded. She is a Luciferian, and open-minded. Look it up and toss the devil shit out of your mind. In layman's, think of it as narcissism, but as a religion. It's about going solo in life, being the best you, thinking only of you, but basically it's all about you. It reminds me of a religious narcissist emo. She's not mean, just I wasn't ever in the picture, and I thought I was. The worst way someone has broken up with me, copying my comment on a similar post? By not telling me at all. We had been together for 3 to 4 weeks, and one day I was just coming home from work and I saw her walking with another dude. I confronted her in front of him, and the conversation went something like this. Me: hey, her name, who's this? Her: oh, hey, this is his name, my boyfriend. Me: haven't we been in a relationship for like a month now? Her: I guess, but we clearly broke up yesterday evening. Me: visible confusion. We didn't break up that evening, we just had a minor squabble about how we should spend more time together. I was working 12s that week, we even kissed when I was leaving her place, and she told me I love you. I was so astounded I couldn't even be mad. Forgot about her in a few weeks and moved on with my life. Girlfriend of 5 years wanted to move into a new house on the nicer side of town. We looked and found a place nearly twice as expensive but in our price range. The day we got the keys, I went to work for the day, got off work, and all her stuff was gone. She said things just weren't working out and moved back home with her parents. We were only 23. Also, she never sent me a penny for rent that year after the breakup. Fun year that was. A friend had her BF break up with her at the start of a 12-hour flight after boarding the plane. So they sat together the whole time. Sympathy ended when she got back with him. I joked when they went on vacation again he'd do it again. He did it again. Oh, I have a good one. Live together for 2,5 years, get a hunch about his new friend. Communicate your invalid and irrational feelings. Come home to their bags packed because they couldn't handle the JEA loose eye. And then receive a video of them on a date 2 days later. See them holding hands 5 days after the breakup. After they told you you have nothing to worry about her. She's just a friend. Work on your jealousy though. Not really a breakup, but I once went on a date with this girl to a nice Mexican restaurant, and she sat on her phone the entire time. I asked her all of the questions, tried to learn more about her, but she just gave me one-word answers. So, I said I need to use the restroom, then left her there with a check. Which is funny, because the restrooms were in the opposite way that I was going, but she was too into her phone to glance up. Pack all of their shit into your car, and when you go to pick them up after their 12-hour shift, wait for them to come out to the parking lot so they're in a state of relief from finishing their day, and do it then. When they say let's go get my stuff from your house, tell them no need, it's all in the car. Then drive them home, tell them about how a group of your friends all urged you to dump them. Make sure they're really devastated, and then in a couple months when they seem to be doing better, tell them you made a mistake. Have sex with them, then say NVM, I actually do want to break up. This guy had his friend call my friend to break up for him. He was on the other line in a three-way call with his phone muted so he could hear what she said without her knowing. I'd have to say that was a pretty crappy way to break up. We found out he was on the other line when he approached her the next day thinking that since she was mostly calm and pleasant to his friend, that she didn't take it badly. He found out the hard way that his assumption was incorrect, smiley face. Wait till they go to work, pack up all your stuff and get back with your ex, the same one they were worried about you talking to. Bonus points if you do it with no warnings or signs whatsoever. Double bonus points if you were only living together because she got evicted and you invited her into your home, and paid for everything because you trusted her not to destroy your heart. Triple bonus points if you immediately change your FB profile pic to one of you and the ex, and write some cheesy status about being back with a real man while purposely not unfriending or blocking the guy you left to inflict the most possible pain. Quad bonus points if the guy she left for is a loser heroin addict who treats her like shit and immediately dumps her so she wants me back in a week. It's been a rough month, boys. Okay, actual story, buckle up. My mom had an asshole boyfriend. Last year, my grandmother, her mother, was slowly dying from cancer, eventually ending up in hospice. We were over at her house nearly every day. Needless to say, her asshole boyfriend, who I have years of awful stories about, got mad that she wasn't paying enough attention to him. He ended up ignoring her, and she continued to focus on her mom. So my grandma dies at the end of June. Here comes asshole the next day, telling my mom he's sorry. His daughter, she's dating my brother, both of them are handicapped, and I know that's weird as fuck that he was dating my mom too, tells us that her grandpa, his dad, just died very recently too. His DOS was in hospice at the same time, but they weren't close. The county fair starts at the beginning of July. Asshole has my mom go with him for his birthday, spending all this money on him. He used my mom to buy him shit at the fair. A few days later, he makes up something to be mad about and dumps her. Days after her mom died. He also forces my brother and his girlfriend to break up and stop talking. The extra kicker? We found out his dad actually died a month after he said he was dead. He used his daughter and lied to all of us for what? Saying you need space when you actually mean you want to break up. Say you want to break up. Don't say you want space. Just say you're ending things. Don't try to be the good person. End it, fuck. Also, ghosting. How hard is it to say it's over? Be a jerk. It's better than giving false hope. Give me time to get over you, and then maybe I can be your friend. If I can't, then I can't. That's the chance you take when you date people. Love isn't a game. Stop playing with people's emotions. Well, the worst I had was ghosting. After a several-month relationship. When we had other dates and events planned. I started calling her friends asking if they had heard from her, was she okay, and finally one of them answered and told me leave her alone creep, she dumped you, it's over. This was a woman who had just finished her PhD and is now a professor at a top-tier university. I had another girlfriend break up with me via text message after a year, then never answer the phone again. She's now a doctor at one of the world's most prestigious hospitals. There is no correlation between academic/professional achievement and emotional maturity. I present this one from my ex's playbook. Break up with me right before Christmas. Beg for me to get back with you 2 weeks later. Reveal that you fucked 3 dudes while we were together the first time. In as many days. Tell me that it's not a big deal. Except you were a virgin and I never pressured you to do anything. After they pay for a day at Disneyland thinking the whole thing is a special day that doesn't seem to be going right. For reference, if you decide someone isn't for you, don't let them do something expensive involving their favorite activity for you before breaking it off, especially when you know it's been planned for weeks and you want to go do that fun thing more than you care about how they will feel. Alright, bear with me for a moment. First and foremost, put yourself in your soon-to-be ex-partner's shoes and think about life from their perspective. What would make them happy? Have they mentioned a particular attraction to a specific sort of person? What qualities would they find most alluring? In short, who would their ideal mate really be? Once you have a decent image in your mind, go out and find someone who embodies every trait that your future ex-lover would find appealing. This person will likely be in a relationship already, so you'll have to sabotage that before continuing. The liberal application of either glitter or gasoline can help with this. Once the two of them are broken up, discreetly murder the extraneous individual and turn your attention to the perfect mate that you've found. This will ensure that they won't get back together after a late-night phone call or something. Gain this person's trust. Become their closest confidant. And then, when they open up to you about how lonely they've felt since their own breakup, secretly set them up with the person that you're trying to dump. Don't make it obvious that you're setting them up, though. See, things will be much more exciting for them if they feel like they can't be together. Stay on alert for blossoming sexual tension, and watch for those longing, lingering gazes they cast to one another from across the room. Finally, when the time is right, kill that ideal person while your partner watches. If done correctly, they will break up with you, and you'll have shown them that there really are other fish in the sea. Well, there were, anyway. TL, Doctor, kill them with kindness.